Smiling Faces, the podcast, is a Defiantly Me production. To learn more, visit them on Instagram at Defiantly Me Productions. I think in the video, the woman's blind too. So it's like, Lionel, please. She doesn't even know what's happening. Leave her alone. He's just following her. It's like, it's so creepy.
I've seen this before, but I cannot recall.
Welcome back to Smiling Faces, the podcast. I'm Victoria Dunn.
And I'm Jess Anguiano. We are the executive producers of Smiling Faces, the hit series about two girls who discover they're dating the same guy while working at a toxically positive spin studio.
On this podcast, we provide you with unfiltered conversations and answer the question, instead of self-care, why not revenge?
Ooh, I don't have the energy for revenge this week.
No?
I know. And that's such a rare thing for me because I'm always down. I'm like, let's go. But I just want a nap.
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, although I'm saying this as someone who slept in, quote unquote, slept in 6 a.m., slept in for the past couple of days. So she's rejuvenated. So let's do it.
Let's go. I'm delighted that you were allowed to sleep in. Aren't you usually?
No, I absolutely messed up. I should have woken up early.
Oh, no. The past couple days?
Yeah.
Every day you're just like, no.
Yeah. It turns out I'm dog sitting currently, and the house I'm staying at, the room that I sleep in, has like blackout curtains. So it's a problem.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I mean, awful because you're missing.
I'm messing up on my things. Yeah. I'm messing up big time.
The body demands, as you yourself have informed me, because I will go until I fall flat on my face.
Yeah.
The body demands that rest. I actually, since we're talking about this, I actually went to the gym. I went back into my CrossFit gym for the first time last night. And the coach was like, you are going to do literally 10% effort. And he gave me all of the exercises and like changed things because I have an injury, of course, again. And, but I'm recovered. Like I've been cleared to come back. However, he was like, you're going to scale back down to like literally 10% effort. And he goes, and the rules are, if it hurts when you wake up tomorrow, more, even a little incrementally, little tiny bit more, you can't come back. And I was like, now,
I mean,
it hurts same level of it doesn't hurt more, so I can come back, but because it hurts the same level, I'm not. I took tonight off because the body demands the rest.
Now, did we need to go into CrossFit as our first foray back into fitness? Could it not have been a yoga?
Correct.
Could it not have been was the aquatic one, Mike? The swimming aerobics, water aerobics. Could it not have been a water aerobics?
Yeah.
Could it not have been that? Gentle on the joints. Could it not have been that?
Listen, I have only been doing yoga and swimming.
Okay.
That's all I've been doing. I've been cleared. I was cleared to go back to lifting. Yeah, I've been swimming every morning. And then I've been doing not even stretching, like unbelievably gentle yoga. Yoga that's so gentle that it's not yoga. It's just sitting. I'm like, this is yoga. It's like when you do Shavasana, but you're just like going to bed, you know?
Yes, there is a hot yoga studio, and that's the only class I can do with them because everything else absolutely is hell.
Yes.
Because their temperatures are 5 degrees above standard hot yoga. So I don't receive that anymore.
No.
Because it's not even like they're doing yoga. You're doing like burpees and high knees. I'm like, in a 108-degree room, that's criminal.
That's not yoga.
No, it's not. So I only do, and I should have known better when they had a salt station there.
Like to eat salt?
Mm-hmm. They just have like a thing of cups and like Himalayan pink sea salt, and you just get like a little taster cup. They're like, oh yeah, enjoy our salt station before you go in. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that. No.
No.
To retain like
Yeah,
that's
to
crazy.
retain water.
You
Yeah.
should not have to lick some salt in order
I've
to
never.
retain your water.
No,
That's
I
wild.
actively grabbed my things and walked out of the room and went, fuck that, out
we're not
loud,
doing that.
and left.
We're not doing that. No.
It's like, no, it's terrible.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, thank you. I the yoga that I can't even really call it yoga. It's like 10 minutes, and the swimming has been, it's tough because I can't swim hard enough to get my heart rate up, so it's just movement. I'm just moving the body, but it did feel good to lift again yesterday. It felt so good. Like,
nice.
Yeah, but that my body was like, you will not be doing that again today. You will be resting. Yep. That's why I need a nap.
Not now, nap. So behind the scenes, we're recording this in the eve, so that's just sleep. You just want to sleep. That's not a nap. Take it from someone who tried to call themselves taking a nap once at like a 6, 7 p.m. That didn't work because I don't nap like 20 minutes. I do like a couple hours. So then I wake up and I'm like, oh no. Well, and I go back to bed. So I basically just changed the location where I slept. So I slept on the couch for 3 hours and I went to my bed.
I'm not going to be productive after that 3-hour nap. No. I might as well just go back to sleep.
Yeah, and did. I change out of my nap clothes into my sleep clothes and go to bed.
And they are different, although they seem similar.
They seem similar, but very different vibes. Usually I like Winnie the Pooh.
Yes. That's nice. Total Pooh Bear. Yeah, underwear's and a red t-shirt. Sure.
Yeah, simple. So that.
Well, listen, we should do some show updates.
Yes. Let's see. So, more so on the journey with the rewrites, or not rewrites. Well, yeah, doing the rewrites, but also talk to a potential DP for the scenes. So he's reviewing the scenes in question that we're going to be shooting and see if that rate is cute, because it better be. We should be getting the homie special.
That's
Fingers crossed. So hopefully that came up with some fun concepts on how to spotlight the merch drop. So it came up with some fun little skits for you guys. This is new to them. I just came up with them as I was stuck in the car. So
surprise. This is how you surprise stuff to your fellow producers. You're like, I got this idea, just made it up in the car. I'll tell you guys on the podcast.
Yeah.
We are getting it live, hot information coming in, so hot that we didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah. I do my best thinking in traffic or in the shower. Mm-hmm. But usually traffic. Something about traffic really I guess because I can't go anywhere and then, it's super illegal to fuck with your phone. So I'm like, well, I guess I got to think.
And you just sit and think?
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. I used to work for the president of Walt Disney Feature Animation. Hello, name drop. And he taught me the most incredible thing as a, president of one of the biggest, studios. He taught me one day, this was early days for me. I was looking over his calendar and somebody wanted to schedule a meeting during this time block that he had blocked off. And I said, hey, we got to get this meeting in here. And he was like, no, you can't touch that blocked off time. It was like 3 hours blocked off on a president of a studio's calendar. And I said, what are you doing during that time? And he said, that is my thinking time.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he said, I sit and I think. And I was like,
honestly, I fucks with that.
Hours? Here's the great news. I watched him do it because his office was a fishbowl.
Oh, that's creepy. I love it.
Oh, the fishbowl, or that I watched him?
The fishbowl is creepy. I don't like an office that's all glass. I need some privacy. What if I got to scratch my ass or something? Don't be all up in my business.
Yeah, I guess once you get to that level where they're allowing you to have a fishbowl office, you're not scratching your ass in public.
Or I guess
or you don't care because you're the president, and what are they going to do? Fire you? Who's going to complain about it?
I'd be adjusting my boobs and my bra, like all kinds of shit. Like, come on. I need a moment.
Yeah, a little like behind closed door. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. His was a full-blown fishbowl. I will say also, it's not like he was like in his office 8 hours a day like normal working people. Not that he was working, but he was always out and about. But when he was thinking, the doors would be closed, no one came in, and he would perch on the edge of his desk and just think. And then sometimes he'd pace around a little bit and he'd like jot something down, but then he would think. And when I saw him do that, that's how I write now. Like when I'm writing, if I can't get words out, like I'll stand up, pace around, I'll like just sit and think, and I'll set a timer, and say just for 20 minutes, like think your way out of this, So because when I'm in traffic, that is not my best thinking time. No.
Interesting. Now,
working out is a good thinking time for me.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
There are also, just in case this isn't an ideal thing, so it'll be like, what? That's why they weren't in their office. I won't out them. But a showrunner of a show I worked on would just pace the lot.
Just pace?
So, like I would just, because I would go, this is outing myself now, like when I needed to like go to the bathroom, I would go to a sound stage on the opposite side of the lot where I knew nobody was filming in, so I could have privacy. And I would run into him a lot. And I was like, what you doing? He's like, oh, just thinking you. And I was like, the same.
Just thinking. This is like one of, like the 7 highly effective habits or what 7 habits of highly effective people. I think thinking is like, should be on that list. Thinking.
It should.
We don't think a lot anymore. We just get told what to think.
I mean, look at, this is not a political podcast, but yeah.
I mean, welcome to Political Corner, by the way.
A whole heap of not thinking up in this bitch.
Let me tell you what to do with yourself. Spend more time thinking. That's my hot take for today.
Somebody, please. Please be thinking.
Please, just a little more time thinking. Just a little more time thinking. You could do it out loud. Right.
Create some wrinkles in your own brain there. Create some. You don't want a smooth brain. That's not what you want.
Not a smooth brain.
No.
Create some wrinkles in the brain.
That is tough. Yes.
Well, when I came onto this call tonight, you were talking about music with Mike. So those of you who don't know, producer Mike is also a producer on the show and is music supervising. So you were talking about like music choices, and I thought that might be kind of fun to share like a piece of production, like what you guys are talking about music wise.
Yeah, do you want to let them in on the journey? I'll, I guess, kick off a wee bit that I wrote a very specific song into the script that I really want in there. And now Mike is doing the heavy lifting of a music supervisor of trying to figure out the steps to source said song. And I've been looking at backups in case that's a hard no, but I didn't make it easy on him because I only specifically like older songs.
Like classic.
Yeah. Like classic R&B songs. So R&B, Mike, let them into the process.
I don't know how much like everyone knows about music supervision, but like I'm studying at UCLA. I'm in this music supervision program or whatever. And so I love music. And so it's kind of a combination of, I used to be a DJ. I used to be not just a wedding DJ. I also used to be a radio DJ. And so it's kind of an amalgamation of everything I've done, plus the podcasting side of it. And so you realize that how hard it is to get these songs like licensed and making sure you're clearing these songs in order so you don't get sued. So everything you hear on a TV show or a film has to be cleared, has to be approved, and you have to pay for it. So it's a process. So you have to reach out to the radio, like the music company who owns the master. All that thing about, we heard about Taylor Swift and her masters and people owning the masters. The record company owns the master, and then whoever wrote the song approves whether or not it can be licensed. And so if a song like the one we're using in the show has multiple writers, you have to reach out to each writer, and each writer has to approve the use of the song being licensed in your show or your film. which can be a process. So if one person says no, then you can't use the song. But what I find interesting about the whole situation is it's all subjective. It's all about where the song is being used, how the song is being used, and you have to explain that to them. So let's say, for example, this song is being used in someone eating a steak on screen, right? And the person that wrote the song is a vegan. They're probably not going to want their song used during that scene. So it's just very much about like what's happening in the scene, how the song is being associated with that scene. And so it can be, sometimes you can clear a song, it's easy. Sometimes, like this one that we have on the show, has multiple writers. It's an older song. So we got to figure out who owns the publishing for these songs. It's very technical, but as I'm learning, I'm starting to understand why it's necessary for a music supervisor, for your supervisor, because you also have to budget for that as well. There has to be a budget for music depending on what it is. But my job as this music supervisor is also to set the expectation, which is why I have her looking for backup songs, because it's a possibility.
Why can't we do a cover?
You still have to license it.
And if it's a cover, like it couldn't be much. It's like not more manageable if we do a cover.
No, because you still have to license from the writer. And then what happens is whoever created the cover for us, that person owns the master. So we still have to apply to the license from the master of, what is the show called? The Four is what we call the cover that's covering doing the cover. I believe they're owned by NBC Universal. So we still have to apply to them because they arranged that. There's levels. There's like levels and steps that you kind of have to get through that I didn't realize. That you assume that you just pick a song, you get it okay, like you get it approved and you can use it. It's not like, it's just not that way. And so, but there's process. And lucky for us,
Cameo by Joe.
Joe. But
Joe, my brother just walked into the recording,
right into the frame. Yeah,
beautiful.
He's feeding the plants.
Shit, what Mike was saying was just like me and my fan.
No, he's got to make sure the plants get water. I get it. Yeah, they don't wait for nobody.
No, but I do find it. But I do find it interesting that it could be also a matter of the context of the song being used, like you said, just because, like specifically, this song is about revenge, and I think it's funny if they're love songs. So they're going to be like, "That's not the intention of the song." I'm like, "But isn't that funny?"
It's called irony, everybody. Okay,
it's
called irony.
I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've always said that my concept, or like I guess my theory, is that any love song is a threat if you don't break eye contact. So I think it's always fun to use a love song in like a flipped way.
That is specifically because we're using Patti LaBelle's "Somebody Loves You," right? That's
is the hope, yeah.
So when
it's in the teaser.
When you say that every love song with aggressive eye contact is a threat, somebody loves you, baby. Whoa.
Oh. And I think you know who it is. Like, yo, that's ominous.
Know who it is.
I kind of love it. So like any song, I've like looked at backup songs too. So even like, I don't know if I should say it or not. I don't know.
The backup songs,
yeah. Like
I think it's a great. Like it's not like we're hiding anything. This is unfiltered.
True. That's true. So at least like the other backups, because I thought it was funny, was Earth, Wind and Fire, After the Love Is Gone, which that one actually is more of like breakup-y, but I think it's kind of perfect. Or to go back into the love world of it all, Olivia Newton-John's, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the fucking song? Even though it's from Greece, that might be hard. But oh my God.
Hopelessly Devoted?
Yes. Specifically because
with aggressive eye contact, I'm hopelessly devoted to you.
It's funny. And she says something like, "There's nowhere to hide since you push my love aside." Like, yo, there's nowhere to hide. It's so dark. I love it.
I love how creepy the line between the line between love and stalking is so fine.
So thin.
Just
So
a
thin.
thin little line.
Just ask Sting.
Ooh, that Sting and Lionel Richie in that Hello. That video was all stalking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it me you're
Lionel
looking
had to
for?
cool
That
it.
one?
Yeah.
That, hello, is it me you're looking for?
And I believe
I can see it in your
the
eyes.
video. Yeah, I think in the video the woman's blind too. So it's like, Lionel, please.
Lionel, please.
She doesn't even know what's happening. Leave her alone.
He's just following her.
It's like, it's so
I
creepy.
know I must have seen this before, but I cannot recall.
Get eyes.
Also, I have to tell you guys something. Speaking of going blind, my brother Joe has now walked into frame. We've not spoken about him on the podcast, but he is doing some cooking in the kitchen. I don't know what's happening, but it's making me blind. The onions are so strong. I'm melting. My eyes are melting. My nose.
No. You're just feeling a lot.
It's a lot of cooking happening, but I'm so far away from the kitchen. So anyway, it's
That's
delightful.
the power of an onion.
It's going to be
that
delicious.
Would be an artist cheat. Like if you can't bring yourself to the tears, that's the original tear stick. Onions.
Just waving an onion underneath your nose and then,
just wafting it. That.
Have you ever, like as an actress, have you ever had to use the eye drops or like?
I once, because the way that they set up the set, it wasn't like a conducive environment to be like naturally get there and cry. Like they put so much pressure on me that was like, I can't bring myself to tears that quickly because they were like, come on, you're sad, you're freaked out, cry. And I was like, whoa,
That's
I
not how
can't.
this works.
That's not how that happens.
Like, come on. Now I want to cry, but it's not going to be the kind of tears you want. I'm going to be like ugly crying because you're being mean.
Yeah, like it wasn't a conducive environment for that. So I was like, I was like, do you guys just like have eye drops or something? Because I'm not going to get there with you like yelling at me.
And they didn't seem to care, right? They were just like,
no. Yeah, they're like, we just need the tears.
Yeah, just.
I was like, yeah. Fuck feelings, yeah.
Yeah, I worked for a guy once, an artistic director of a pretty prominent theater, who informed me that he needed every night during this song one single tear to go down my cheek. Yes.
First of all, don't choreograph my eye.
Not the glory tear.
Right.
Yeah, just like one tear.
Yeah,
and by the way, I was on stage. Now, granted, it was a very small theater. Like it was a theater, it was a thrust stage. So it was 168 seats. And I'm sorry, I'm literally crying right now because there's so
Don't look at the man in the room.
I can't, my eyes are like I can't.
Pay no attention to the man in the room.
I can't focus. I can't breathe. It was important for me to cry one single tear in a stage production. You cannot see tears that well in a stage production. You just can't.
Unless, I mean, when I did the play in Long Beach, like it was a smaller theater, so they could see it, but I at least had the luxury of, I had a lot of time to myself on stage because action was happening around me. And I basically just had to like stare off as I was preparing for it. So that kind of helped. So I also like used a little bit of a cheat and I stared directly into the light.
Oh yeah, that's
so I stared into the light and thought all my things. So by the time it was time for me to like actually cry, I was like, and there we go.
I'm sorry. I have to get a Kleenex, you guys. I'm so sorry. I can't. I'm like falling apart. Hold on a second.
Okay,
go
go.
get it.
Yeah, go
for it.
Oh, open a window.
Oh, the mic fell. The mic fell.
Oh, good. Good.
Did you open a window and turn on the fan? All right, I got a window open. Okay, we can continue.
Oh,
we can pivot.
okay.
We could probably pivot.
Okay, let me turn that down a bit. Okay.
Jesus.
What else? Do we do a quick Jimmy Kimmel of it all?
Oh, we must.
He's back on. Well, he's back as of the time of this recording. This is his first episode back because like Disney, ABC, whatever, reinstated his show, which is lovely. Because like the first thing I thought of, honestly, I mean, yes, like the free speech of it all. Well,
hold on. You're talking. Yeah. You got to explain what happened.
Okay, for those who potentially don't know,
If you live in the trunk of your car and you
right,
haven't
so it's
tuned
like
in, yes.
unclear how you may not have heard, but we don't judge here.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's show was suspended indefinitely by Disney ABC because he made, well, first, because the comments weren't even, to be honest, that bad. And so to the point
Considering what
where,
he said before, this was
right. So
nothing.
he denounced, obviously, the death or the murder of Charlie Kirk. So he said
Yeah.
that. But then the two things, I guess, that people were mad at, and by people, we mean the administration, were mad at was one, he talked about how the like MAGA, not specifically just the right, but MAGA were trying so hard to distance themselves from the shooter, Tyler Robinson. And then secondly, he was like, oh yeah, Trump seems really like broken up about his quote friend being killed. And they cut to a clip where news reporters are asking Trump, like, oh, how are you feeling like after like the murder of your friend? And he's like, yeah, it's really sad. Man, this ballroom that we're building, and like hard pivots. Like he does not milk into like I'm sad about this guy that I know
Yeah.
being murdered, anything. So because of those two things, the FCC was like, nope. So they strong arm Nexstar and Sinclair Broadcasting Group, which these are two mega media groups who own all the local stations, or not all, but like a large majority of local television stations around the country.
Right.
So, and like that's become a whole big thing now because people see that, like, you think like, oh, I watch my local news, I'm getting like local information, but nay, nay, nay.
Nope.
Those corporations are writing the script for all those local news stations, and they decide the quote morality of the stations that they run. And there's a video going around where they show all the clips from all the local news stations, like all saying the same exact script. So it's very controlled. But because they didn't like what he said, they were like, we're not going to air Sinclair and Nexstar. We're like, we're not going to air Jimmy Kimmel's show until he apologizes to the
Oh
Charlie
my
Kirk family,
gosh.
donates money to his family, and like all this stuff. And I guess from what I heard from another podcast, I want to say it was The Town, or no, KCRW's The Business with Kim Masters. Fucking love that podcast.
You love that podcast.
I love it so much. They were talking about it, and they said that essentially they were trying to work with Jimmy on something to say in the aftermath of it, and they couldn't have like a meeting of the minds. Like he wanted to say one thing, and Sinclair, whatever, all the places, like all the affiliates wanted him to say like a very specific thing. And because he basically was like, no, I'm not saying that, they're like, okay, fine, then we're not airing your show. And so that's how the show got indefinitely suspended.
I had heard about the suspension. You know more details than I knew. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you broke it down.
Yeah. So his show got suspended at the time of this taping the previous Wednesday. So probably like 2 Wednesdays ago from now. And then so everyone like lost their minds about like the loss of freedom of speech and everything. And so people started boycotting Disney. They started canceling their cruise tickets.
Yep.
They started canceling their Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions.
Yep.
They canceled their tickets to the parks, all these things. And then they were picketing outside of the studios in LA and New York. Like the Writers Guild got involved and was like, because they're obviously taking jobs away.
Yeah.
Because that's a loss of a bunch of jobs on this show that's constantly happening. So now, as of this taping, Disney has reinstated his show. Sinclair and Nexstar said that they're still not showing his show in their areas.
Wow.
They're still not going to air it, but Disney was like, okay, fine, you can have your show back. And it's airing at the time of this taping tonight. But so I don't think he did any of the apologies, the donations of the money or anything like that.
Good.
But it's like a big, big moment. And Disney was trying to say that this had nothing to do with external forces. I'm like, really?
Oh, come on.
Because y'all lost a grip of money in like 48 hours.
Disney was like, we support you for sure. Audience, yep, you're right. Like until don't you be fucking with the streaming services now. People
Right, 'cause that
canceling their
already-
subscription to Disney Plus, we are shutting it down.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
And it wasn't just that either. It was also threatening this deal that's looming with the NFL and ESPN. And so like I saw an article, it was like, is it going to come down to Disney either choosing Jimmy Kimmel or the NFL? So because there's this $1.2 billion deal on the docket for the NFL to basically start working with ESPN. And so now you're messing with the NFL, which is a huge money get, right? Because you're messing with the red zone, you're messing with all the broadcasting that's going on ESPN. And so they were afraid Trump was going to block that deal because the NFL has had issues with Trump before. And so like it's created all of these things that are happening because of the Jimmy Kimmel situation. So you're messing with these deals. And if you're messing with the FCC and they have to approve that merging of those two business entities, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. And the one thing people don't like is
you don't mess with the money.
Yeah, don't mess with people's money.
And all of a sudden they're like, you know what? We were tripping. My fault. You didn't let us finish. So what we were going to do.
Wait up. Hold up. 1 second.
Guys, everything's going so fast. Give it a second. We didn't finish our sentence. We said suspended until we decided to tell him how great he was.
That's right. Stop interrupting me. I was in the middle of my sentence.
Right.
Disney. Thank you for keeping it real.
Which that's always tricky because we know this anyway from all of the shareholder calls pre my layoff that the apps are they're not money grabs. Like they don't make a lot. They're not profitable.
Streaming
no streamers are profitable.
Yeah, it's not great. That subscription thing, like, there's a reason why they make it so hard to cancel, like it just.
And there was a glitch with that too. People were like, you're trying to purposely keep us because people were trying to cancel in solidarity with Jimmy Kimmel and they're running into a glitch on the website. And they were like, we don't know why that's happening. We're so sorry. And everyone's like, you won't let me cancel. What is this? Crazy.
Yeah. And they're like, hold on, we didn't finish our sentence. Wait, guys, you're not listening.
Right.
I saw somewhere that Ron Perlman, he played Hellboy. If anybody's not familiar with who Ron Perlman is, he canceled his Disney Plus streaming and then he got it back again and just to cancel it again.
That's
petty.
He is petty. If you follow him, like he is worth looking up on socials. You follow him. He is petty. He does not mess around. Yes, it's kind of beautiful.
I've seen a lot of actors even though they have shows and movies premiering on Disney Plus, they're like, boycott them. I'm like, oh, they don't even care. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, one of the people I watch Will Trent on ABC. Great show.
Yeah.
And one of the stars was like, I was about to quit my job.
Damn.
Okay. Cool.
Once this is allowed, what the precedent that it sets, does Disney really want to get that involved with the politics of setting precedent for limiting free speech through these late night talk shows? And I get it. Disney's probably like, look, Jimmy Kimmel's probably not bringing in a ton of money and viewership as it is. Like, people are not tuning into late night like they used to.
Right.
However, they want to see the YouTube clips the next day. They want to know that late night is still there, so this is messy.
Totally.
It's messy. But I really commend Jimmy Kimmel has always stood by what he says.
Because also he's kind of like the safe bet. Like, he stands on business, but he doesn't he's not really one to ruffle feathers. That's why when I first heard that his show got pulled, I was like, for what? Like, he doesn't go crazy.
Here's the fun thing about Jimmy Kimmel. I interviewed to be a production coordinator on that show, made it pretty far through the ranks, and really, really would have liked to do that. I think it would have been a really cool job.
I've heard that show is really fun to work on.
Yeah.
So we've obviously the Disney of it all. There were different people we knew that worked on it, and they were like a blasty blast. I was like, of course it is.
Yes. And the offices are beautiful, and the people were really cool, and they'd all been doing it for a long time. They were loyal and they were dedicated. It was really beautiful. I mean, listen, I also love what I do now. So staying in production would have wiped me out for good. So, but
probably.
Yeah, probably. Shall we? You guys, I have to tell you about my epic Vegas weekend.
Yes.
I have to tell you because I went to a bachelorette party. As you all know, I thought that I was going to be done with
That was your
bachelorette
last
parties.
hurrah. Yeah.
Yes, until we realized that you were going to have a filthy, dirty, raunchy, awesome bachelorette party. So I'm standing by waiting for that. In the meantime, when Whole Foods gets it together and you guys...
or anyone else.
Wow, what are you doing? You just out here reckless.
Wow.
Just, huh?
Wow.
Just,
Or
I was like, what are you doing?
Listen,
As soon as
I
she
had
said
an
it.
incredible time in Vegas, and I want you to get married so that I can go to another bachelorette party in Vegas, because I want to be in Vegas doing bachelorette parties every weekend from now on.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
so fun. But I have to tell you, so our dear friend, who we're friends with the groom, and now
now the bride,
also the bride, and she invited us, and it was so beautiful. Like, her invite was just so just lovely, and she's so much fun. She's one of those types of people who makes friends with every single person she meets. Super outgoing and fun and kind. It just epic. So I knew that I was going to like all her friends, because I only knew her. I didn't know any of her friends.
Right.
So we get there, we're hanging by the pool. It's gals and gays, just like how you like to celebrate your birthday.
Classic.
Oh, so much fun. We went to the Paris pool. We went to Magic Mike and saw the Magic Mike show. It was amazing. And not because it was trashy men being half naked. We got to meet the cast. We met two of the original cast members from all the movies and the original live show. They were there.
Ooh.
They've been doing that show 10 shows a week.
Damn.
Since 2017. Yeah.
They got strong knees.
Ooh, let me tell you, I was like, this is why you're in such good shape. My God. And they were the favorites. Like, when they came out, they were definitely featured in the show. It was a big cast, and they were the favorites. It was so much fun. But I have to say, what I loved was it was super classy. Surprisingly so, because it could have been it was funny. They would wink at moments of trashy, firemen waving their hoses around, and then they would make a joke about that. And then they do some really beautiful, it's a dance show. It's dance. It's
nice.
so good. Anyway, can't recommend it enough. Also can't recommend the meet and greet enough. That was we walked off the elevator. They handed us glasses of champagne. We had pictures. It was so good. However, the rest of my evening, we went to this tiki bar, this old divey Las Vegas tiki bar called Frankie's. Oh, it was awesome. We walked in, instantly shrouded in smoke and cigar smoke and tobacco smoke, and it was stale old smoke. It was just just awful. Yeah. And then we got some amazing, tiki drinks. And then we met this fabulous, we thought was a drag queen. And he informed us he was not trans or a drag queen. One of my friends was like, "How long have you been trans?" And he was like, "I'm not trans." And
oh boy.
She was like,
"How
long have you been a drag queen?" And he's like, "I'm not a drag queen." And then she goes, "Oh, well, what are you?" He was head to toe, by the way, Gucci purse, Burberry, gorgeous heels, this gorgeous coat that was a suit coat with a pencil skirt and glitter.
Was his name Huggy Bear?
Trish. It was Trish.
Oh, Trish.
So he was just fabulous.
So fabulous. And what do? I comment. I said, "Oh my gosh, I love the glitter on your arms, because I'm at a bachelorette party and I am not covered in glitter. So I've obviously, and I went to a strip show. So what the hell? Why am I not covered in glitter?" So we're making jokes. It's great. And then they decide, everybody's like, we have to take pictures. And this man, who by the way informed us he was not a drag queen or trans, is a cross-dresser. Great celebration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was like, love the glitter. You get this this really fun sense of ease as a woman when you are out in the world as an ally, being like, "Oh my God, yes, I love this glitter. You're beautiful."
Right.
We go in for a picture, and I can't make this up, you guys. This man snakes his arm around me and cups the side of my breast. Full-blown level of comfort. Spends the rest of the evening, hands on my legs, rubbing my thigh, asking me back to his room, like full-blown. And I was like, what's happening? What's happening here?
So confirmed, he said that he was heterosexual, though?
He did not say he was heterosexual. Here's what he said. He said, don't you know there are hordes of women that go to drag shows just to hit on the drag queens?
Interesting. Because the only thing I was going to say is there was one drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race a couple seasons ago.
Who was straight?
Yeah, Maddie Morphosis.
Yes, Maddie Morphosis. Yes.
That was such a big thing. So I was like, oh, was it Maddie Morphosis?
It was not. It was not. I don't know. Here's the thing. I was like, oh, this is fine. It's all fun. It's fine. It's no big deal, until when it was time for a picture, he snuggled next to me, wrapped his arm around me tight, like pulled me really, really tight, kind of did a side cupping. And then when the picture was over, he leaned over, whispered in my ear. He's like, I'm not letting you go. And I was like, yes, you are. Yes, you are, sir. No, thank you. Very unwanted. And like, here's the deal. Like, I can roll and have a good time. I love being hit on, but it was so aggressive and shocking. And I was like, look, the truth is, like, I don't care if you're dressed like a woman or not. It's still a beautiful, beautiful inside and out. But do you have to like get your hands on me as much as possible? And
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I know
controversial.
Because it's like, I know that they sometimes, like, I think because like there's a love and respect for like the female form, but I think like also whatever's like different from your own body, you're like boobies. Like the amount of gay men, they're like boobies, and like grab my boobs. I'm like, all right.
That's
but
fun.
Like,
yeah, it's fine.
But you gotta know. I think you
Yes.
gotta know is the thing that like they are in fact gay. Because like once you find out they're straight, you're like, uh-oh.
Well, and here's the other thing.
This took a turn.
I would even venture to say, if it was in a playful way, I'm like, yes, boobies, great, even for the straight men, because I'm not going to deny anybody, the joy of getting their hands on here if it's all in fun and games. But this gentleman, the thing is, he didn't ruin the night or anything, but I was like, it's because you're so, it felt like desperate.
So aggressive.
And and was not listening to my cues, which was like, no, come on now, because I'm trying. I'm at a bachelorette party, and I'm trying to keep the vibes high, and like I don't really drink, so like everybody else was like really rough, and I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to go. But luckily, because he started to follow me, luckily, one of my new gay best friends was like, I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to take you back to your room. I was like,
and this is why we love the girls and the gays. Love it.
Yes. Anyway,
at least.
That was honestly, I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but it was my smiling faces moment for the week, is like grinning and bearing it through, like joyfully meeting this like beautiful cross-dresser and then being aggressively hit on and asked to go home with him. Like, he was like, women go, he literally was like, there are like hordes of women that go to drag shows just to pick up the drag queens. And I was like, what?
Interesting quest. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. She said something to me offline, and I was like, I don't know if I'm qualified to answer that question. I was like, what an interesting, I don't know. I have no idea. So I was like, I'm going to leave it to Victoria, because she knows drag queens.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't do that because it's more so I'm looking at like the artistry of it all and the talent, because they're like the ultimate performers. So I wouldn't be like, ooh, get me one of them inside me. Like, I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
That's exactly what
that's not.
Shout out to my brother
vibe.
Spike. My brother Spike was like, that's not take off all your lady clothes and slip on the inside. Like, that's like sponsor.
Yeah, that's different. I
It was
wouldn't.
different.
That would
It
also
was-
take my brain a second to like reprogram what's
I
happening.
had, well, and here's the thing. I will say this 100% earnestly. There was no like, no offense, no like, how dare you? It was more like, really? Like,
Yeah.
this too? You too? You know, but also another side note, impeccably dressed, styled
course.
to the nines, brilliant makeup, gorgeous use of the glitter, gorgeous Coach purse, like just really had it locked down from head to toe. Nothing
I aspire.
missed. Me too.
I see many a drag queen. I'm like, I gotta up my womanness. I'm slipping.
I like when I was watching it, I was like, glow up? Yes. Like I went and got my eyebrows done upon watching RuPaul's Drag Race because they spent so much time on the eyebrows.
Yes. That's why I buy Anastasia Beverly Hills, because they sponsor.
Oh, yes. That's beautiful. I didn't
makeup.
know that you
And
did
they
it for
sponsor-
them.
And they obviously are a
it's good
sponsor of
makeup.
RuPaul's Drag Race, but like, yeah, quality makeup and support the gays. We love
And
it.
I love RuPaul so much. The Getty has this $3 bill exhibit. If you're in Los Angeles, go to the Getty soon because I think it's closing soon. The $3 bill exhibit is all about like it's closing on September 28th. So run.
That's right. You
Don't
got
walk.
you got an
Run.
inside man there, though.
Yeah,
he knows,
exactly.
he knows all the stuff.
By the time this airs, it will have closed.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Our bad.
Anyway, do you want to do a Whole Foods update or do we just slide into smiling faces moments since I accidentally kicked it off?
There's no like real updates, save for the fact that it was really cute. He saw at the store that they have a bunch of like little mini gourds, and he was like, "I assume you're decorating for Halloween now." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want some?" So he just like brought me a bag of gourds.
So cute.
He's like, "Do you want these?" I was like, "Sure."
No comment needed.
So that,
No, we're gonna leave
Yeah.
that exactly where it is and let our beautiful fan base just keep cheering him on.
So that, yeah.
He's like the unofficial mascot of this podcast.
Oh God, it's gone on long
Honestly.
enough. Huh? Well,
Yeah.
Birdie, now don't leave Birdie out in the
Yeah,
cold.
Birdie's also
Birdie.
got some nerve.
Birdie.
Speaking of, do you want to do your smiling faces moment, or should I take it on next?
I mean,
Mike.
I can do mine.
Go, Mike. What are you grinning and bearing it through
Okay.
this week?
I mean, not even this week. It's been the last 12 to 13 weeks. I have grinned and bared it through Hurricane Birdie. And Monday was the day that Birdie got approved to go to daycare, which means I'm going to get my
Nice.
days back in some form,
Yes.
which is exciting. So I'm just happy we made it, because there were times where I was like, did we make the right decision? And Lucy says what we should have done is we just needed a hug and a trip, not a puppy. And I was like, note to self,
Uh-huh.
we just needed a hug and a trip. But we love Birdie. She's great, but I'm glad that she can go to daycare now. So I made it. So
Congratulations.
I grinned and bared it through 12, 13 weeks of puppy madness.
And you made it. Congratulations. You're a real puppy dad now because you've gone to the other side.
You've gone through the trenches. Yeah.
Victoria, I feel like you have a good one. What are you grinning and bearing it through this week?
I do, yeah. So as you all know, I'm training to be a Legree instructor, and we have mock classes. And one of the locations that we do them at is off of Venice, very close to Venice Beach. And if you are close to LA or live in LA, you know that Venice Beach after hours, when the sun goes down, is a different animal.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the studio that I'm training at is not too far from the beach. So we get all walks of life walking past us, and it's a glass storefront for the studio. So as I was teaching this past week, a man, I would say I'm going to assume meth persuasion, decides that he wants to get inside.
Oh no.
As I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So the doors were locked, but he was like standing and like peering in through the glass as I'm on mic teaching. And then he proceeds to like bang on the doors and then grab them and start violently shaking them as I'm teaching. And because we are cool under pressure and we do improv, I took one look, I turned my head and looked him dead in the eye, turned back to the class and went, and we press against the drama. Just like completely pivoted. I was like, we have all these outside forces trying to get to us. So we just want to push through in 1, slow 2. And just like redirected.
You deserved sleeping in this week for that one. Yeah,
Thank you.
You deserved a couple of mornings of sleeping in this week for that. Yeah. They
Thank you.
already have a Class C, grade A Legree instructor in you. The rest
I was going to say.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, the Legree training's paying off. Look at you.
Hello.
Just taking control when other things are just like
chaos.
Distracting. Yeah. Look at you becoming a professional. I love it.
Thank you. My instructor was very proud. He was like, you did great. He's like, you literally turned and looked at him and were like, anyway.
That's how you deal with most things that are trying to interrupt your business when you're in the middle of doing something great.
This is true.
Beautiful.
This is true.
It's beautiful
I'm like,
work.
what? None of my business.
Keep it pushing. Push through the drama. That's our theme for this week.
Exactly.
I love it. Listen, you know what we didn't do? We haven't speaking of pushing, we haven't pushed your show lately. Where can people see you do live?
It might
besides Legree.
Exactly. It's like, let's see. I don't know calendars anymore, but there's a show Saturday, October 4th and one November 1st. So whenever both of those, 7:00 at the Broadwater Theater, October 4th or November 1st, we're doing improv, the affirmative reaction team. So we got the Idris Elbas and the Regina Kings doing improv and some stand-up. So come through. Pay what you can.
Show up at 7. Show starts at 7-ish.
7-ish. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you call it? CPT.
CPT. Yeah. It's like 7-ish.
Yeah.
We'll be ready to go at some point.
All right. We have got to invite you all not only to see Victoria do great work, but also to have you come and see us on our social media. Please follow, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave a review, 5 stars only. And you can find us on Instagram at Smiling Faces _series. You can find us on Facebook at Smiling Faces Series. We're also on TikTok at Smiling Faces _series. And we have a YouTube, www.youtube.com/@Smiling Faces Series.
We also have an official website. It's smilingfacesseries.com. Make sure to sign up for our newsletter to get the latest and greatest on the show. Shout out to our fiscal sponsor, Inclusivity Media, and our producer, Mike Bryant, and Defiantly Me Productions.
A real proud father of Birdie.
Indeed.
Made it through the misery. Came through the other side. Listen, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and that drag queens do hit on you. But like in the in the best way possible. And drag queens, just so you know, no one loves you more than me. I just don't want to be aggressively pawed at. Well, actually, I would love that by a drag queen, just not this particular gentleman using. Have a great weekend.
It was like, huh?
I was like, what?